welcome to my channel. This vlog is going to be about the flight trip that my mom and I recently took. It was from Delhi to Koh Samui. So it's not really about a road trip, but it's still a women's trip. And the reason why I wanted to do this vlog is basically because when we were booking tickets, since it was a last minute decision and it was a long weekend, the 15th August weekend, so the tickets were super expensive. And we found this option of something called the self-transfer flight. So I'm on Make My Trip site. I've looked at few others. I've looked at Kayak, Skyscanner, etc. And I've noticed that the flights which mention something like self-transfer, basically that recheck-in of baggage is required. So basically these flights are still at a decent price, 30,000 one way, which I think is still expensive, but given what I'm getting for the other flights, it still seems decent. So most of the flights here in the 30,000 range, 30 to 40,000 range is basically these self-transfer flights. So basically I will get off at the Bangkok airport. I will go through immigration, I will check out, I will take my luggage, and then I will check in again. So the thing about these flights is that because it's not a connecting flight, and so if my first flight gets delayed, I will not get any refund on the second flight because they're two separate tickets. So there's no connection guarantee. But I think I will have to take that risk because if I don't take this self-transfer option, I'm getting for like 51,000, and the difference is huge. It's like 30,000 versus 51,000. So I think I'm just going to take my SpiceJet flight with a 5-hour layover at Bangkok, and I'm hoping that's enough for me to go through immigration as well as recheck in my baggage. So fingers crossed. So our initial adventure has already started. Our initial flight has delayed by 2.5 hours. We were initially supposed to leave at 9:20. Now we're going to leave at 11:50, which basically means that our layover time has decreased from 5 hours to 2.5 hours. So it's cutting it too fine. But we initially considered taking another flight, cancelling this one because they were offering us a full refund. We tried doing that, but things were too expensive. It was anyways too expensive, so we just thought we just take the risk. So worst case, we will have to book another flight from Bangkok to Koh Samui, but we're still hopeful. So it's about 10:50 right now. Our flight is scheduled for 11:50, so I hope it's on time. So the revised time for this flight was 11:50, and although we boarded on time, we had been sitting in the flight for more than 1 hour as they were refueling. So we finally taken off. So I'm expecting that we will reach around 6 o'clock, and our next flight is at 7:50 a.m. So I guess a lot of adventure ahead. So we reached Bangkok airport at about 6:15 a.m. and our flight was actually at 7:55 a.m. At that time we were I was in too much stress, so obviously I didn't do a video, but what exactly happened is that at that time we told our air hostess about the fact that we have a connecting flight, so she gave us priority deboarding. We deboarded, we actually cleared immigration very quickly because we had our e-visa, so we didn't have to stand in the visa on arrival line, and we quickly made it to the baggage belt, but our baggage didn't arrive. Actually, we deboarded really quickly and the baggage had not even started being unloaded at that time. Because of that, we reached the baggage area, but there was no bag for a very long time. And finally, by the time we got our bag, it was about 7:20 a.m. And from there, it was actually very easy to take your bag. You just had to get out of the airport, take an escalator, and get into the arrival section. That part was very convenient, but by the time we reached there, it was late. So the check-in is already closed for our flight, which was at 7:50. It's right now, it's about 7:25. The check-in is closed. So we've been asked to go to the Bangkok Airways office to see if something can be done. So we're just doing that now. So Bangkok Airways has actually been quite sweet. So although they were not required to put us on another flight without charging us any money, they have given us a confirmed ticket for 8 p.m. So it's 8 a.m. right now. And my original flight has just taken off, but they have given us a confirmed ticket for 8 p.m. And they've also put us on a standby for the 9 a.m. flight, which is in about an hour from now. So I'm supposed to go to F08 counter and just check if there are seats available. So I'm supposed to go there by 8:20. So I really hope that we do get into this 9 a.m. flight. If not, then we'll probably leave our luggage somewhere and probably just go to Bangkok, maybe shop, and then come back. After all the stress and anxiety and the running around, we managed to get into the standby flight at 9 a.m., which is the time right now. And I don't know what really worked. Probably it was just a really lucky day for us because there were about 10 people in the standby line, but they gave it to us. The only two seats they gave them to us. And I don't know if it was a women card or if it was the fact that it was just exactly two seats that they had. But whatever it is, yay, we are going to Koh Samui. I'm so looking forward to just jumping into the sea now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed at Samui Airport. The time is now 16 minutes to 11.
So, do I recommend taking a self transfer flight? I think it actually depends on the difference in ticket fare. For us, it was 20,000 per head, which I thought was quite a lot. So, probably it made sense for me. And but so everything worked out for us at the end. So, the only difference was instead of taking the 8 a.m. flight, I took the 9 a.m. flight without paying anything extra. But it was the first flight was a very stressful flight because I was only looking at my other option because I was quite sure we were going to miss our second flight. So I was looking at other options as to if we had to if we had to book another flight from Bangkok to Koh Samui, or if we could take the ferry or other options, or if we had to spend a day in Bangkok. So I was busy looking at those kind of options at the Delhi airport and also in the flight, and so I couldn't sleep. It was very stressful. My mom, on the other hand, slept like a log, but I guess that's the difference between us. So I guess it's just luck because I have taken so many flights till date, domestic and international. This must be the second time my flight got delayed. I mean, what are the chances, really? So I guess take a self transfer flight if you are in for some adventure.